y'all, today we are setting up our December bullet journal planner. I cannot believe that this is going to be the last one for 2024. It is crazy to think that we are already here and 2025 is just around the corner. It is just so crazy. Like, I was thinking that it was gonna be a quarter of a century in the new millennia, and that is just mind-boggling to me. Time is just going by super fast, and it seems like the older that we get, that the faster it goes, and sometimes it even seems like a blur. But the first page that I always set up in my planner is the calendar. That works great for me, and you could always do printables or whatever you like, but I just use a cheap notebook and fill all this in. It is a really cheap way to make a planner, and the great thing about that is you can completely customize it to what works for you. So we're gonna keep going with this, and another great thing about doing it this way is you can make your day start however you want. So some people like a Monday start, so you could do it that way, whatever works best for you. So I like to start mine on Sunday. So we'll go Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. This may not be the proper abbreviation, but I just kind of go with what works best for me. So that's what works. And you can get stickers or all kinds of different things like that as well. So we'll finish off that, and then also we're gonna do the month. You can, if you're really awesome and can do like calligraphy and stuff, you can do really fancy stuff, and you can add stickers. I keep mine really basic and almost minimal. To me, I get really distracted, and this is just so much easier for my brain to figure out. I have also created a little cheat sheet. There are going to be 5 weeks in this month, so I know I need to go down 6 rows. So we'll go ahead and do that. So do y'all have much planned in December? Ours is crazy. I'm sure as most everyone's, it's time to where everybody seems to get together and things like that, and it is just crazy busy, filled with all kinds of things. Whenever I do my daily planner, I think I may run out of space because I have so many things that I need to add to it. The way that I do it, I'm trying to figure out how it's going to be best to do that because I have so many events. And I used to do all of my tracking of events and things like that on the calendar, but I quickly figured out that that does not work very well for me. I was forgetting appointments and things like that. So I just use the calendar for my garden planting calendar. That's basically what I do to keep me on track. I do a separate video where I show like the moon phases and the astrological signs and all of that to know what days are best to plant when with your garden. And that has made a tremendous difference for me. And even though where we're at and we're like basically in the fall and I don't do a whole lot with fall gardening, I still keep up with it just to kind of keep it nice and fresh in my mind, and that helps a lot too. So we'll just continue on filling in the days, and y'all can let me know if there's anything different that y'all do in your calendar. I always love trying new things and finding certain layouts. It's always fun, and this is a really cheap way to try different layouts and it not cost any money. Like, you could test out whether you like the vertical planning or horizontal planning or all kinds of different things. Okay, so we've got our calendar, and then the next page that I work on is my goals page. And so we'll just write our title here. So get that done. And I sometimes decorate sometimes like December and fall, and those are usually my favorite months, and sometimes I will decorate those pages, but this year I just decided to keep it really minimal. We have so much going on. I have like a lot of information I need to keep on there. So what I do is I break the page up into 2 columns here, and I write out all my different goals. So financial, we have that first, and there I write down that we need to first and foremost pay the bills. So we've got things like electric, phone, the water, insurance, let's see, We also have YouTube Premium. And then also we usually get some type of other streaming service. So I'm just going to write streaming here to help me remember that what we do is we usually get one a month and we'll like cancel it and then move on to something else. So that's what we generally do there. And the next thing we need to remember is to purchase gifts. So that's going to be like a really big category here. So you may want to go ahead and create a page specifically for that, to where you can like track the packages and track what you got everyone. I'm not going to do that. I don't have a ton, but it is kind of overwhelming sometimes. Okay, and we also don't have just like Christmas gifts. We've got like birthdays and parties and all of these things to plan. Other things, I like to try and put an order in. I usually do this through Amazon, and I try and do like one really big order so I can save on shipping and I'm only buying the things that I need. So the main things that we need to get are like gifts, so that's the main thing there. Also, I would like to try and save some money. I know this is probably not gonna happen given everything, that all the like extra expenses and stuff, but we were thinking that we were going to take a few things we have decluttered and take that to the auction and sell that, so that would be a little bit extra. So I'm hoping we'll be able to do that. Also, I need to cancel any subscriptions that we have, like I was talking about this streaming service and things like that. Just to stay on top of things like that and make sure they're things that you don't no longer want anymore. You can always cancel them, and it's just like money that's not going to waste for something that you're not even using. So we need to do that. And then I go to my home category, and this is where I write down my weekly home blessing hour. This is like the Fly Lady program that I've adapted to work for me. And what I do, I also do like a review, and I always do it on Sunday. And there are 5 Sundays this month. So we will go ahead and write a 5 here, and at the end of the month I do my review and I'll see how many times I actually did that. Other things I need to do is zone cleaning. I do have some of that done. I even have a video I recently posted of my living room zone cleaning. This is basically like Fly Lady's deep cleaning. She like shows you how to do that. I don't really follow her program very much, but I do like to do a really good deep clean of the house at the end of the year. It's kind of like my before 2025 physical space reset. So I like to do that a lot and try and get every single room. I've still got the kitchen to do and the bathroom, but hopefully I will get to the kitchen this month. That's what I'm hoping with the rest of the time that we have in November. Let's see. After that, I want to write down to check the vacuum bag. I am super bad about forgetting this. Whoops, I cannot spell. And I am super bad about forgetting this. So we're going to go ahead and write that down. Actually, I'm going to use some whiteout, and hopefully I'll remember to come back and fix that. I'm trying to get a little bit better about using whiteout. I just usually go through, and I'm not a perfectionist, so I just go through, and if I make a mess, it's no big deal. But we'll try and get better about that. We'll let that dry for a minute. And then I also make bread flour. This is another video I have. I have to make this at least once, but usually twice a month. And I have a video showing how to make that using only 2 ingredients, and it works great. It's like my favorite recipe, and where we're at, bread flour is really expensive, and it is a lot cheaper to do this. Let's see. Another project we have is I would like to weatherproof the back door. It is starting to get a little bit cold here, and we have yet to do this. We've got the other one done, but I'd like to get that finished. And also I need to defrost the freezer. Hopefully I will get this done this month, but I'm not 100% sure that I will, because this is like a big project and it takes like a day almost by the time you like wait for everything to defrost. So we need to do that. This is like my yearly thing that I do that every single year. And then another thing I need to do is make a lemon balm tincture. So I will probably just take some of the lemon balm before the first frost and tincture it. What I do is I don't use this as like ingestible tincture. This is more like I use it for cleaning, so I just use like isopropyl alcohol. So that's what I use for that. And then we're gonna move on to our personal here. And what I have here is I'm working on trying to have beans daily. And I'm going to also put the date here. There's 31 days, so I can come back and do my review here. We've got oil pull. This is another thing I am working on. Melt. That's one of my exercises that I really like, and it helps my back to feel better. T-tap. That's another exercise that I do. And then I also have an exercise machine. I don't have much space, so we're gonna abbreviate here. And then the last thing I have really been enjoying, this is more for fun, is the audiobooks. And I have found this has made doing dishes a lot more fun. So these are like all of my goals here. Sorry about that. The next one is the outside goals. And this is, let's see, what all do I have? Oh yes. So I have a really, really big project. I need to clean the garden shed. So I actually need to do this before I even like clean up the garden. It is so messy. I can't get to anything. So that is like number one on the list, and that's probably going to be at least a full day project. So I need to work on that. And we're going to also put to organize it. I'm trying to figure out what to do, especially with like the shovels and rakes and all of those things. They keep falling down and making a mess, and I'm trying to figure out what's best. I have a few ideas I'm going to test whenever I do this, and hopefully I can come up with a really cheap way to tackle all of that. And then, since we will be able to get to our tools, I would like to clean up the garden. So let's write clean up garden beds. We'll do that. And I think last year I left it all, but it kind of looks bad, and I look out there and it kind of makes me feel sad that the garden's gone. So I'm going to just go ahead and clean everything up this year. I also need to clean up the fruit area. I let that go really bad, and I really need to tackle all the weeds and stuff like that that's in that area. Another thing I'm thinking of doing, I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to do this, but I'm going to go ahead and put it down, is to do the ground cover up, pull all of that up. So we'll put ground cover up, and I need to be sure and label it so I know which bed it goes to. And then I would like to add some leaves to the garden. I don't know if I've missed my chance. Hopefully I'll be able to gather it all up and add that in time before they've all disintegrated or just disappeared. Other things I need to do, I need to cut back the willow. I did not do that last year, and it is getting out of control, so we need to do that. And we also need to prune the fruit trees. I have been meaning, let's see. Okay, I have been meaning to do this, and I really need to make sure that I get that done this month. And let's see, there is another project that I would like to work on. I would like to fix our porch and put skirting around it. I have wanted to do this for quite some time. So we're gonna try and see if we can do that too. I've had this old building that fell down, and it's got what is it called? Some type of metal, and it looks really cool, and I was thinking to do that for the skirting. So we'll see if that works. And then the next thing is the next month section. This has been working great for me. I just fill it up with all the things I need to remember for the next month. Whoa, that sun is getting bright. I hope y'all are not getting blinded. It feels like I am. Okay. So after that, the next page I do is my to-do list page, and this has been super helpful. I had made a lot of like really ambitious goals earlier in the year, and I've got some of them done, but nowhere near all of them. I was a little too ambitious. So I like to write some of those here, just along with other things that I would really like to get done this month. Whoops, I did that a little bit wrong, but that's okay. I usually don't put 2024. The sun is blinding me. Okay, so in this section, I do our home section, we do the garden, and then I do YouTube, and then I do, what is the last one? Personal, that's right. Okay, so that's what we have here. And then, so for the home section, I am still trying to recreate this seasoning. So I'm gonna keep trying and see if I can get it. The bad thing about creating recipes and things like that is it does take a lot of trial and error. So that's the stage we're in, and hopefully one of these days we'll get it. Other things I would like to do is to make bread and do fun shapes with the bread. So like this month I was thinking to do like wreaths and snowflakes and things like that. So we'll just do fun shaped bread. And I messed up there and that reminded me I needed to, there we go, put the C there where we did the whiteout. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna do wreaths and snowflakes is kind of the main things I was thinking there. Other things I would like to keep doing is to declutter. So as I go through and do all my zone cleaning, we'll declutter more. I've already got a few things, and like I said, we can take all of that to the auction too. So that will work out great. Let's see. After that, I'm gonna just go ahead and write down the back door. So I remember that we wanted to weatherproof that. Also the porch, we'll just kind of do general things that I remember, because if I sometimes don't always look at this page, and I'll look at this page more, so it just helps me. I'm really forgetful, so this is just something that helps me. Other things I need to do, or I would like to do, is try more new recipes. And I have actually reached that goal where I did at least a new recipe a week, so like at least 52 recipes. I've way surpassed that. I think I'm close to 70, not quite there, but close. So I would like to continue on with that. I love doing that and trying new things. And then also I need to make more laundry detergent. I have a video on this as well, so we need to make that. And let's see, after that we're gonna go to the garden section, and I'm just gonna write down to remember to do the shed. I'm gonna put clean up for the garden so I know to do that. We'll do the leaves, and then what else? Let's see. Oh yes, I need to plan, or at least start thinking about, our 2025 garden. That way I know if there's any seeds or anything we need to purchase, amendments, things like that. Also, I'm going to put to prune the tree and the willow. And then other things I need to do is I need to do my 2024 garden review. So this is like where I go through and see all of the things that worked good, what didn't work good, like the challenges that we faced, like we had a really bad drought, and if there's any pests or things like that, I just go through and make notes in my garden journal about all of that. And then for YouTube, speaking of that, I'm going to take just a moment and thank y'all all so very much. We are super close to almost 3,000 subscribers, and I cannot believe that I am saying that. That is so awesome, and I appreciate all y'all's support so much. And if y'all wouldn't mind, click the subscribe button, so hopefully we can get to that. That is so exciting, and I would not be there without y'all. So thank y'all all so very much. But for this category, I need to remember to do some type of schedule. Life has been crazy and I've been slacking a little bit. I haven't been able to get as much as I would like out, but we're still pushing through and trying as much as we can. We need to film, do our to-do list for the editor. Then also we need to upload it. This is like a very basic version of it. And then I also like to move all the files to the hard drive. So I'm just going to abbreviate for that too. But thank y'all all so much for everything y'all done for me on YouTube. I super, super appreciate it. Okay, so now we're going to be on to my personal goals. And the main thing I need to do, I'm going to, like, this is like my number one goal, even for like 2025, is I'm going to prioritize my health. So that is like one big thing I'm working on. I've made a lot of changes this past month to like what we're eating and even my exercise routines and stuff. I've kind of changed it up and I've done a lot. So I would like to keep doing that, and like the main things is like exercise, and make sure I'm doing the right exercises and everything's working, and also I'm working on eating healthier, so we'll do healthy eating. I have made a lot of changes, and hopefully that's for the better. So we'll see whenever we go to the doctor next. After that, I am still working on the photos. So I'm like renaming the photos and like making that as like the file name with who's in it, and the year. I'm trying to get all of that done, but there's quite a few to go through, so I'm still working on that. And then also, what else? I'm working on getting the folder for each person too. I guess we can write that down. So folder for each person. I'm still working on that. I'm started, but I haven't got all the way through. Um, for each person's photos, so we'll do that. And then let's see, another thing I'd like to do just for fun is to listen to audiobooks, and I'm also going to try and do at least one self-help book. That used to be all I would listen to, and I started doing like more fantasy type books, and I've really been enjoying that, but I would like to add a little bit of self-help books in too. Another thing, let's see, is keep doing my book journal. And also, I am thinking of dabbling a little bit more into digital planning. This is what I do with my book journal, is digital planning, and I'm going to dabble a little bit into it. I am not ready to commit at all. I'm afraid that I'm just gonna mess everything up because I will forget about it, and I just the standard pen and paper analog version works really well for me. So I'm on the fence if I want to completely commit, but I'm kind of thinking I want to just dabble in it and see what I think, because I'm afraid that it just will, like, it's like everything will be thrown out the window and it won't work for me. So I'm just gonna slowly move into it. Like I said, I'm doing my book journal, and what I was really thinking of doing is making kind of like scrapbook pages more with like pictures and things like that. That's more what I was kind of thinking of doing, and that way we have that and I'll still have my planner separate. So that's what I was thinking. What else do I need to do? So I guess with this, I'll go ahead and write my one self-help book. So we'll do read one self-help book. There we go. And I'm not sure which one I'm going to choose. I'm still on the fence of which one I'm going to do. Basically, whichever one the library has. That's probably what I'll do. That I've found that has been a great new hobby for me, because it's completely free, because I use the library app and everything. So it's great. It's a clutter-free, and that's why I decided to do the book journal, because it was like clutter-free. So it has been like a completely free, clutter-free, and everything hobby. So I've been loving that. Another thing I would like to do is to go see one waterfall. That is like my goal every year, and we have not done that at all this year. We haven't seen anything, so hopefully I will be able to do that. I'm thinking there's this one hiking trail that I might could go and do. It's like under a mile, or right at a mile. So I was thinking maybe I can do that, but I've wanted to do that. I really would like to do it every week, but at least hopefully I can do one a year. So that's what I'm hoping. Another thing I would like to do is to get a family photo. I was looking through, and we have never had our pictures professionally done or anything, and I thought it would be nice to finally have a family photo with a really nice background. Maybe we can do it whenever we go to the waterfall. That would be cool too. But that's kind of what I would like to do, at least to get something like that. And another thing I need to remember to do is to prep for the birthdays. So we have several of those coming up, and on top of all the holidays and everything, I need to work on that as well. Okay, so on to the next page, and this is where I write what we actually have for dinner. So we're gonna do December 2024 dinners. That's what I title it. And I absolutely love college ruled notebooks, because you have enough of space to go down for all of the days of the month. I have done this with like the wide ruled notebooks and also composition books, and the bad thing about that is there is not enough of space. You'll have to like make another column for it. So I really like doing it this way. And I love tracking our dinners like this. Like I said, this is what I write down what we actually had. And you have, the great thing is you have this whole month, and you can like look and see if you've had something and like a lot, and you're like, okay, we need to kind of slow down having this, or we're gonna get burnt out on it. Another good thing if you keep your journals like this is it's almost like an easy way to meal plan, because you can go back and be like, okay, what did we have last year in December? And it kind of gives you different ideas of things you can make. And I have just found it so helpful. It also helps, you can keep track of how old the food is in your fridge. Some people do that with just like a marker, or some people do like painter's tape and a marker or something like that. But I just do it here. It works well for me. That's what I've done for years, and there are so many benefits to this. So I have really been loving doing that. And something else that I thought was really fun and I have been enjoying doing is to make another page here. And this is where I do like my meal ideas. So this is like where I'll put the new recipes that I like to try, or just even like requests of family members. I'll put that here too. And this is just a great way to have it all collected with the month and everything. So I really, really like this, and I will also do another video where I go through and share all of this with y'all. I think it's super fun, and last month I linked all the recipes. That was a lot of work to link all of the recipes, but we did it, and it is just super fun. So I like to write ideas for dinners, and then I do sides, and then I also do desserts. And what I don't generally write breakfast or lunch. What I generally have been doing recently is we've been doing mostly some type of overnight oat that you put in the fridge. And then one day a week or so we'll have a dessert, and that will be breakfast. And then like a cake or something like that. And then for lunch, what we've been doing is like the dense bean salads. That's been working great. So that's what we've been doing mostly for that. So I don't generally write that down. Okay, so, but keep a watch out, and subscribe if you're not subscribed so you can catch that meal idea video, because they're really, really fun. I really like those. Okay, so my next page that I do, these are kind of like my tried and true pages that I just keep using again and again because they work so great. So this is my body tracker page. So we're gonna write December 2024 body tracker, and let's see. So what I do at the top here is I make this first row. This is where I write what we're gonna track here. So give me just a second. Hopefully I got that straight enough. And then what I do is I break the page in half, and this side will be my notes section. And then I break it from there into 3 other sections. And the great thing about this is you can customize this to track whatever it is that you like. But the main things that I like to track is my energy, my mood, and also my cycle. And there are so many other things that you can track. There are, like, for instance, you could track your anxiety. I've seen a lot of people do that. You can track your sleep, and you could do different setups other than this too if you just look online. There are so many options. Let's see, what else could you do? You could do even a dream tracker. That would be kind of cool, like in the notes section to write that. Or some people just do like whether it's a good dream, a nightmare, happy, sad, what are other things I'm trying to remember. But just different things like that. Another good thing that would be to do is to track like your exercises, like with your steps. If you have a pedometer, I have been thinking about getting one of those again and giving that a try. My other one was used so much that it just ended up breaking. So I've been thinking about doing that. And you can also track your workouts. I do mine a little bit different, and I'll show you here in just a minute how I do that. And then let's see, you could also track like your medicine that you are taking to make sure that you take it. That's always helpful. Other things you could use it for is to track pain, and I've heard other people do it like if they have like migraines especially. So that would be helpful for all of that. But you could do it this way, or you could also set it up this other way. this is like where this is the way that I track all of my like exercises and just basically those personal goals that I am trying to work on, or habits, I guess. And that's another thing, you can do this for like a habit tracker. If you're starting a new habit, this kind of helps to keep you on track and remind you. And it's nice to see all of the check marks, and it also is like a reminder, if you don't get those check marks, what you're struggling with that you need to try and be more mindful of and to keep working on. So what I like to track is my exercise, my T-tap, let's see, melt, and then I'll do the oil pull. What else do I track? The exercise machine. I should have put that next, but I forgot. So we'll do the exercise machine, and then let's see, what else? I'm gonna track the beans, and then also I'm gonna track the audiobook just for fun. Add a little bit of fun in there. So we'll do that, and I leave myself space that way in case if there's other things I decide I want to track, I can do that easily. And then we'll just go through and write all of the days of the month. But there are so many different things you can track. You can even get like small little stickers to put there if you want. Like we did that a lot with our kids. We didn't usually do a month at a time. I'd usually just do a week at a time, like the little sticker charts for kids. That works good. But it's kind of the same principle. It's nice to get all of the check marks and things like that. And it's just also like a quick reference guide. I love doing it at a month at a time. It just makes it so much easier because you can see so much more time than if you were just doing it weekly, and see what you're really struggling with or what you're doing really good at. So I really love doing this. Like I said, these are like my tried and true staples, I guess, or planner pages that I do. So finished writing these last few days, and whenever at the end of the month, I do a review and I'll count up all the check marks that I do, and I will come and update my goals list here. So I'll know at the end of the month how I did on all of my goals. Okay, so the next page that we're going to do is my gratitude page. I like to do this at the very end of the day and write something. I usually try and write at least 3 things to be grateful for. There's always something to be grateful for. Or wait, I'm writing grateful instead of gratitude. There we go. We need to get that white out again. I'm trying to be a little bit better. Okay, so it's hard to not write the word you're saying when you're writing such a similar word. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and write all the days of the month, and I'm considering like pages like this doing in a digital form. I don't know, this is like kind of one of the ones I'm thinking of dabbling in, because it does take me a bit to write down all of this. I know it's not long, but I like try and do things that are efficient. So I'm wondering if it might be more efficient. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a try this month and see how it works. I may do a split version. I don't know. But we'll just have to see how it goes, I guess. But y'all let me know. Do y'all do only planners, like analog planners, pen and paper, or do you also do digital planners? Because I'm really considering it, especially like pages like this. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then let's see. This is another tried and true page that I have started. Oh gosh, I don't know. Have I been doing this a year? I'm not sure. But this is my review and reflection page. I love this page. This is like so awesome. I especially love the memory section. That is just amazing. It really helps me to remember things. I have such a bad memory, so it really does help me a lot to have these pages. And it was really fun to flip through and see some things and memories that I had over this past year. So okay, so we'll go ahead and break this page up, and what I'm going to do at the very top, we're going to put our wins, and then we're going to do our challenges, and then oh, I did that wrong. Okay. This is how I used to set it up. I am really using this whiteout today. Okay, so we're gonna mark that off. I used to do it this way, and I decided that I want to have it a little bit different. So we're gonna change it up. See, I'm used to my tried and true ways, and we're changing it up. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my challenges down here. So we're gonna do that, and then with it, down a little bit further, I'm gonna do improvements. So we're gonna do that here. And then to this side, we're gonna do needs. And this could be like something I'm needing in my journal, or this could be like something I need to get for like the home or some person or whatever it is. And then also I have a to try, and this could be like things I want to learn, or just even with the journal too, like different layouts and things like that that I want to try. But what we're going to do here is put our memories. So I like this a lot better because we'll have like the good things all the way at the top and all the bad things towards the bottom. So that's what I'm going to try out this month and see. And since it's the last month of the year, I thought I would do kind of a fun little, I guess, review of the year section. I'd seen some of these things going around on Instagram, and it was titled Things I Did in 2024. So that's what we're going to do here. I did in 2024. It's crazy. I'm going to be so messed up whenever we change to the new year. So some things that we did is tried new foods. Some ones that I particularly remember is we got to have an iced coffee, and I thought that was the best thing. It was kind of like an icy coffee, and also we got to have Mountain Dew ices. It had been like over 20 years since I had that, so I have been really excited about that, and that was like one of my favorite things that we got to try that was new this year, as far as like not recipes and stuff that we made. Other things, we have stayed up for 24 plus hours. Quite a few. I think we started off the year like this, and we have done this quite a few times. Did not realize that was going to be a theme of the year. So if y'all follow along, we did our vlog of where we had to go make an emergency trip to Kansas City, and we stayed up for a really long time with that. And another thing I did is finish lots of books. So hopefully we will get to finish even more. Now this may not be lots of books to some people. Some people read a lot of books, but I think right now I'm at 14. So hopefully I will get quite a few more. I generally get somewhere between 4 to 6 a month is what I generally do. And let's see. So another thing we've done is we exercised. We've worked on that a lot. And with that, we've lost weight, so that was nice. And also, let's see, after that, I also found a new hobby. So this is my, with the audiobooks. I have been loving this so much. And also, another hobby is the book journaling, especially the digital book journaling. That was really fun, so I really have been liking that. And another thing we did is we traveled to a new place. So that was really fun for me. I have never been that far north before, so that was really awesome. We got to go to Kansas City. It was not good for the reason we had to go, but that was really fun to do that. And the reason that we had to go is because Robert's mother had passed away, so we lost a family member. So that's not good, but I was kind of, the good part, I guess, about it was I got to go and see other areas, but that was the only good part. So after that, other things we did is we have made a big decision. So we've done that. This was kind of like a little thing that they did, and we bought vehicles and things, and so that was a big decision. And let's see, what else? I cannot spell, can I? After that, let's see, oh yes, we got to watch the sunset and the sunrise. These are like my favorite things to do. Where we're at, there are a lot of trees, so I don't always get to see it as well as I would like, but that's like one of my favorite things to do, and we got to do that. Other things is we got to watch the full eclipse and experience that. That was really, really amazing. We actually even did a video where we did all that live, and it was so cool. I cannot believe how dark it got, and I have never experienced anything like that. That was really cool. Another thing we did is we got to see the comet. That I think that was last month. That was really neat too. We got to see that. And let's see. Oh yes, there was this time we had went to town, and we went through lots of rainbows. It was just like one after another. It was so cool. We just kept going through them. I think it was like maybe 10 or something. It was the wildest experience. So that was super, super cool. I wished, I cannot spell again. I wished I would have been able to film it, but I don't know why rainbows don't show up the best on film, but that was super cool. Then let's see, another funny thing I did is I planted the garden in the rain one day. And so that was kind of funny. I also have a video of that if you want to check that out. So in the rain, here we go. And then let's see, what else? I'm trying to remember. Oh yes, we got to see the helicopter up close. This again we did a video on, so that was cool. And the guys were so nice. They talked and we got to sit in the helicopter, and they were just amazing. They were the best host ever. Let's see. Oh yes, it was so cold earlier in the year that we were able, and we live in the South, so this was a big thing for us. So we were able to turn boiling water into snow. That was really cool. I've always seen those videos and it's usually never that cold here. So that was really fun to do. And let's see. Also we tried lots of new recipes. Like I said, I'm getting close to 70 for the year. So I'm excited about that, and hopefully, I think that's definitely going to go on to next year, is to keep trying new recipes, hopefully at least one a week. So I'm just going to kind of do more general. I'm just going to say so many funny experiences. There have been so many. One recently, Robert went to go get a prickly pear cactus, the fruit off of it. And he grabbed it and did not know that he needed to use tongs to do that. And he ended up, how he managed to do this, I don't even know. He ended up grabbing two, even though the one had got him. And it took him for absolutely ever to get all of the prickles off. That was even into like whenever he went to bed and stuff, he was still catching them on the blankets and stuff. But that was super funny. And we came home and tried to figure out what we were going to do with them, because he wanted to try the fruit and everything. And the thing on the page that he looked up, it said like the one thing, don't harvest with your hands. It was really funny. Other things, my shoe like completely came apart one time when we were in town. That was really funny. Let's see. Oh yes, another really funny thing is we got to watch our waterman get arrested right across the road from us. That was pretty funny too. So we've had an eventful year. And then we also had several crazy experiences too. We'll add that in here. And let's see. So I was in Walmart whenever there was a tornado warning, and they basically wanted everybody to go to the back of the store, but I did not feel comfortable doing that, so I just left. But they shut down the store basically. You couldn't use the cash registers, they weren't letting people in. It was really wild. We had that. And then also there was a bomb threat at the grocery store when we went there, so that was really wild too. I've never experienced anything like that. But yeah, it's been a really crazy year. So we'll just do a quick review of all the different layouts that we did here. We've got our calendar, the goals, the to-do list, our dinners, our meal ideas, the body tracker, our tracker page. Let's see here. We've got our gratitude, the review and reflection, and then our things I did in 2024. I just thought that would be kind of fun. Oh yes, and also I do at the end of the month, let's see, I lost my thing here. at the end, not the end of the month, at the end of the year, on like the last day of the year, I like to sit down and make some type of little thing where I go over all my favorite things of the year. So this is an example of what I did last year. So hopefully this year I'll make something like that, but I like using the colorful pins and all of that to make that. I've done that for quite a few years. But I think that's everything. Thank y'all all so much for watching, and if I don't catch you before, whatever holidays y'all celebrate, I hope y'all have happy ones, and we wish you all a happy new year. Y'all take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye.